to be serious for a second, I don't completely hate towers, but after playing PoE 1, you understand why towers suck. So guys, I saw this post in the subreddit for Path of Exile 1 and it was really interesting to me. This person says, finally done with the challenges. I enjoyed my first league in PoE 1. Endgame is so satisfying. I can farm whatever map layout and mechanics I want without wasting time on towers. Now I don't know if I can go back to playing PoE 2. And of course, I see this title and I want to talk about it. Because this is very similar to my scenario, to my experience. In the sense that I started with PoE 2, you guys know this. And this is also my first league in PoE 1. And I have been having a ton of fun. I really love the game. I still don't have the 36 challenges. I have the second lock. I don't know how many challenges that is. But because I have not focused on challenges, but I have focused on completing content. So I did all the voice tones, all the Atlas points, all the unlocks for favorite maps. And last night, if you were here on my stream, you saw me defeat 2 Uber encounters. I defeated the Uber Shaper and the Uber Cortex, right? So I've been focused on the endgame content, clearing the difficult shit, right? I know that at one point I will focus on clearing the 36 challenges to get the armor. By the way, guys, if you play PoE 2 and you don't play PoE 1, this is one reason to play PoE 1. If you complete the challenges in PoE 1, you get a set of armor that you can use in PoE 2, and it gives you a skin, basically. So that is a reason to play PoE 1. You unlock the challenges, you unlock the armor, and you can use it in PoE 2. So of course, that when this person says this, I feel, I relate to it because it is similar to my situation. And then they say, Endgame is so satisfying. I can farm whatever map layout and mechanics I want without wasting time on towers. You know who talk about this? Me. In my video where I compared PoE 1 to PoE 2 after clearing a bunch of content, I told you that the end game in PoE 2 is really satisfying. There is a ton of different mechanics to do. It is a deep end game. I know it is a bit unfair to compare the vastness of the end game in PoE 1 to PoE 2, that it is a new game that is in early access, doesn't have much content. Okay, I won't compare that part, but I can definitely compare the no tower to the tower system. And this is something that I was wrong. I don't have problem admitting when I am wrong. Before I fully played the end game in PoE 1, I thought that the tower system was okay. I made videos defending the tower system. You can probably find them. Now that I fully played the endgame in PoE 1, I can confidently say that towers suck dick. Fuck towers. All my homies hate towers. And I will explain why. If you play PoE, you will realize that you can go in and out of maps, of mechanics, of activities without a big hassle. All you have to do is put the map, put the scarabs. You even have 3 different like loadouts for different Atlas trees, so you can change activity, mechanic, farming method on the go, on the fly. You can do it just like that. So in PoE 1, you can change activities and mechanics and farming methods really quick. In PoE 2, it is not as easy. In PoE 2, you have to look for a 2, 3, 4 tower setup. You have to clear the maps. You then have to trade for the tablets to put in the towers. Then if you want, you also trade for the waystones to put in to actually do the maps. And then you get into the maps. But now that you went through all this trouble, you have to clear it, brother, because the use is not on the waystone, it's on the map. So you have to clear it. After you went through all this trouble, you have to clear it. So if you get bored and you want to swap mechanic, you wasted all of that use. Because you will have to go to another place and set up another place. So if you go through all that and you didn't like the mechanic, you are screwed. You wasted all the currency. And there are farming methods where you spend 10 divines to just set it up. And if you don't like it, well, you are screwed. You still have to clear it. In PoE 1, you don't have that problem. So I know that some people say just outright delete towers. That is one approach, but another approach is just improve them. I think that you can improve towers. One of the problems that towers have also, besides the annoyingness of setting them up, is that you are incentivized to stay in one place, in the range of the tower with the use. But the Atlas itself incentivizes you to keep moving to find the stuff. It is a contradiction. I hate that. You don't have that problem in PoE 1. So I wanted to take this opportunity to complain about towers and the endgame systems. And then they say, now I don't know if I come back to playing PoE 2. This is the part that I don't agree with. I absolutely can go back to play PoE 2. Because they are fundamentally different games. They share a lot of similarities, but they offer different experiences. I like this jump that you go from PoE 1 to PoE 2, that you feel that you are playing a different game. And I hope GG keeps these identities intact so that you avoid burnout and you always feel that it is a new experience once you swap games. PoE 2, although right now the endgame system is inferior to PoE 1 and towers suck, it has other strengths over PoE 1. Just the basic movement of your character is better, dude. Like, moving your character feels better in PoE 2 by a massive amount. And also, with time, PoE will get better. We know this. Also, we don't know what they are cooking up for 0.3. They maybe are cooking up some new iteration of towers that is going to improve the whole experience, right? But there is also something that I wanted to talk about in relation to setting up towers that is important. When I look at myself and my favorite farm methods in PoE 2, my number 1 is the Trial of Chaos. Number 2 is the ritual, the King in the Mist. Not doing actual ritual in the map, but buying the audience with the king and just going in and killing the audience with the King in the Mist. And then doing the Bridge Stone, which is buying the Bridge Stone and going into the Twisted Domain, doing the whole bridge, and then killing Sage at the end of the bridge. Do you see a pattern here? These 3 activities don't require setup. You buy the token. In the case of Ultimatum, it is the Inscribe Ultimatum. You buy the audience with the king, or you buy the Bridge Stone. You put it in, and you go in, you farm, you go out. No setup, no Atlas bullshit. Farm, get your stuff, go away. If those are the best farming methods, there is a problem in the game. People like mapping, but mapping is a pain in the ass, and you don't want to engage with the supposedly main farming system in the game. What does that tell you? That it sucks dick. That is what it tells you, that it sucks. So GG has to improve towers, dude. They have to do something about it. Again, I like the traversing of the world, the Atlas. The Atlas in PoE 1 sucks. It is just a piece of paper. But the Atlas 3 is better in PoE 1. I am talking about in PoE 2 you have a map and you go and there is mountains and waters and cities. That is cool. But you have to make it better because right now it fucking sucks, right? To be serious for a second, I don't completely hate towers. But after playing PoE 1, you understand why towers suck. So maybe a rework can work and not completely removing them, which is what a vast majority of the player base wants. So if they want to stick with their guns and keep towers, I can be cool with that, but you have to heavily improve them. They can't stay on the current system. How they are right now, they suck. Like, I actively avoid mapping because towers suck. And I do mechanics like the ultimatum because I don't have to engage with this bullshit. Also, something that he didn't mention in here, but it is really important. Getting Atlas points in PoE 2 sucks dick. Having to look for the corruption and cleanse the corruption sucks dick. Get out of this shit. Getting it in PoE 1 is better when you just do for the first time every layout and you get a point. 1,000 times better. 1,000 times better. Fuck cleansing the corruption to get the points. In every layout in PoE 2 will suck dick. I am not saying you are correct, Art. I am not saying that you have to import 1-1 the getting every layout to get points in PoE 2. Because I know that the system works different. You can't force a layout, so it sucks. I am just saying that the current corruption bullshit sucks. Change it for something else. It doesn't have to be the PoE 1 system. I am just saying that the PoE 1 system is better, is cooler. When you are doing in PoE 1, I know it doesn't work in PoE 2. You just have to change the cleansing bullshit in PoE 2. We all know they dipping more into towers. They are probably going to double down in towers, but I also think they are smart enough that if after 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, they can get towers right, and no matter what they do, towers always suck, eventually they will get rid of them. But I also think they can try 2 or 3 more patches to see what happens, trying to iterate on them, right? I think we will see an improvement to towers in 0.3. 100%. What do you guys think? Am I right? Am I wrong? Am I a clown? Am I a genius? Let me know everything in the comments below. I love reading comments even when they don't agree with me. Also remember to like the video, to subscribe to the channel, all that cool stuff. Guys, thanks for being here. You guys are awesome. God bless you. And remember, don't be afraid ever because this is just a ride.